What's up, Yuvaraj? How's life?
Yeah, it's going good so far.
So I'll do a quick scan review. I'll look at your portfolio and your case study, and then I'm going to quickly tell my feedback on the scan review. And then we'll be playing your prototype and project videos, and then I'll be asking you questions like an interviewer, and then give you feedback on the scrutiny part, and then I'll tell you why will I not hire you and why will I hire you. Okay. So Yuvraj, this is the scan review of
Okay.
looking at your portfolio. You don't have to answer anything, but I'll just
Mhm.
speak out my thoughts and keep giving you feedback as a recruiter scanning your portfolio for the first time.
Okay.
Okay. So Yuvraj, UX designer, very strange name to a real person. So I wish I knew the actual name of Yuvraj and then UX designer is a separate thing. Mechanical engineer turned to UX design from Chennai, has 2.8 experience. This is confusing to R. That was easy. Feels a little generic. I would appreciate if there were more specific details about the kind of UX design work this person can do. Okay, good that I can contact this person. My best recent works. He has made a product video. That's an interesting thing. It looks very professional. Probably used AI, but has good production skills, definitely. Not sure if you made it or someone else. You don't answer, but
Me.
don't answer. Don't answer. This is the recruiter thinking because you won't be available when they are scanning their portfolio. So that is something which I want you to note down. Like if this feels too real, so might feel like probably you've just copy pasted an ad someone made. So you have to put look product video that I have made needs to be written down over here if it is something which you have made, right? Great effort. So find your perfect ride. A smart comparison tool has arrived. The English is a little confusing, but looks like he has done some project for Cars24. So some no broker project, little things that matter. Not sure why he's calling this project as a little thing. He kept getting best employee, but where is this guy even working? Don't know where this guy is working, but keeps getting best employee awards. He has 2.8 of experience, but where? Which company? And as what? Hmm. Some LinkedIn posts and all, some recent project walkthrough he has done. Is this guy working for Cars24? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, he has some certifications as well, but I don't know what do they even mean. So looks like this guy is a little good in using AI tools, so that's a little plus. So some showcase about AI tools. He has some upcoming work also, which is coming. Good. This guy is constantly doing some projects. Currently balancing creativity with leadership, spending time in the last 6 months as a project manager. It's a little confusing. Like, why are you a project manager and a UX designer? That's a little confusing. Okay, don't answer, but just keep taking notes. Okay, because are you a UX project manager or a project manager who turned into a UX designer, or you're a UX designer who turned into a project manager? Things are not really very clear. And what are these projects? Okay, so some ongoing projects, what do they mean? We don't know. Okay, fine. So what overall portfolio looks like great. It's a heavy portfolio. That means we might want to talk to you, though it's not completely clear. I might talk to you because you have represented enough over there, though it's not completely clear what you're trying to do. Okay, that's the portfolio impression. Looking quickly at your case study. Problem without a comparison feature, how it helps user, hypothesis meeting users. This guy has great visual skills. The product card and listing page felt busy, noisy, and hard to scan. So I gave it a UX rethink. Great way to tell a story. So has given good explanations about how he has made improvements in the Cars24 app. I liked how he is presenting left and right and all that stuff. He kept saying key decision story. It would have been great if he has actually written what is a decision over there. So spark instant, how broadcast spark instant comparisons. That's interesting, but not very clear on how he's matching the card with comparisons. He has made some visual enhancements to the product page. Okay, added a bunch of stuff. Yeah, looks like a heavy project. He has done a lot of stuff, but I'm not sure why he has done all this. Like, I don't see any backing of this. Like, from what sources did he even find out that this is a problem? Is this just his own? There is some visibility into what potential impact can be there. Yeah, so that's my overall scan feedback. Okay, so Yuvraj, I think you kind of understood what is happening over here. It is clear that you have worked hard, but again, there are a few things which you will have to make it very absolutely clear. For example, the headings and all should be very clear. Like you said, decision story, decision making, and let us say your heading here is problem without a comparison feature. What does it? These should be like newspaper headings. Cars24's comparison. Today's Cars24 feature cards are very difficult to compare one card or do not support comparison behavior of customers. Don't put this a heading. I don't know because I'm not the one who did the project, but a heading should be like this, directly telling what is actually happening there, right? Everyone listening to actually should make this change always in your case studies. It should be very, very direct, like newspaper headings. So what is comparison feature and how it helps the user? Never do these PPT style pointers. Nobody will read. If you're explaining what is a feature and how it helps, it has to be a prototype or explained through a screens or a bunch of screens. People have to understand any feature visually only. They can't read this text and understand. This person, what is there on this person's screen also is not visible over here. He's secretly holding the phone. And again, these things, hypothesis, meeting users, matters for business, they look like a process steps, but instead, right, what was your main hypothesis?
Okay.
Single liner about your hypothesis, single liner of why you met the user, single liner about, right, I aimed at increasing the task success rate. I'm aiming at increasing the task success rate by 30%. That should be the heading. Remaining stats and all can be there, right, in the description. Again, like a newspaper heading. So that way, I feel some improvements can be done. Even decisions also here, right? This should go here. Key decision story. What's the decision? Car-based ad card placeholder instead of a direct search bar, right? Or instead, why is the card-based ad card placeholder kept instead of a search bar for the car, right? So that heading should come over here. Instead, the key in the scan key decision story is getting highlighted over here. Key decision, key decision story is key decision. Like what is the decision in that scan? Don't waste my scan space to reading the same thing again and again and again. Instead, give it to me to read those headings. So on the good side, it looks like you've done a lot of work. Okay, that's the good way because you are a very visual heavy focused person and you have done a lot. A lot of thinking is visible. So will I talk to you? I will talk to you. But did you get the first impression great compared to the amount of work you have done? No, it's just a presentation problem. You present it much better, your thought process will be better visible. Okay, so shows potential, but you have to improve the presentation. You got the feedback? Understood?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the scan feedback. So let's go forward and look at your videos and all. Okay. All these things, dude. I mean, yeah, regarding a portfolio, like none of it is clear. Like, why are you? What is this live projects? What did you do over here? Why did you keep those websites? What was your contribution in these things? Did you design them, develop them? Are you working as a part of this? Where are you working itself is not clear in your portfolio, dude. Are you working for Cars24? You're working for some agency? Are you a self consultant? At least here you should put no, which company gave you this award, right? So that way you should solve all the confusions which I highlighted when I first spoke. Okay. Let's quickly, I'm excited to look at your video, dude. Looks like you have done a great video. So first let us look at your
browsing through cars on Cars24 and found one you like. Tap the compare icon at the bottom. It adds that car to your compare list instantly. Now, go ahead and search or scroll to find another car that's caught your eye. The app will automatically bring up a side-by-side comparison, making your decision easier than ever. You'll see a detailed breakdown of both cars, including key specs like mileage, engine, features, transmission type, and pricing, all neatly organized for quick evaluation. You can even switch out a car at any time to explore different options without losing your place. With a comparison tool, you don't have to guess. You get all the facts to make a confident, informed choice. Compare smarter, choose better. Only on the Cars24 app.
It's a good one. Well made, by the way. The video is well made, but it looks like Cars24 made it. It's actually good that it looks like Cars24 made it, but you will have to, for Cars24 or a concept project for Cars24, that I think all of you need to make these small changes. Like, you take the credit. Don't let the company take the credit. It's a good one, by the way. You have done it well. Though I have some feedback, or I'll tell you now itself. See, in a prototype, everything needs to be stitched, made for it properly. So you started with an Alto, it became a Jeep, then it became an i20.
Okay.
For a moment, I thought you're comparing Alto with Jeep. And then I saw the price, Jeep was 3 lakhs. Don't. Though these are just mock-ups, you have to use proper real examples, because this is user experience, right? Experience is real data. Like, that is how you can actually judge whether people are understanding your product or they're able to imagine themselves or not. Your example should have been, let us say, if it is an i20 and you're comparing it with some Baleno or something, it's fine. It's an actual comparison. You have to use the real data, real pricing. You have to use all these things to actually make it look legit. Do not ever, please, you can say that this is a placeholder. You can say, I just kept i20 as a placeholder. The pricing of Jeep was placeholder. Correct? That's what you did over here. Right?
Yeah.
No, you should not, as an experienced designer, you should never stop at placeholders. If you make placeholders, you will just remain as a UI designer. UX designers are very clear. They go to the end, they put actual real data and then see whether it is actually working or not. They're not just template designers and leave it. Templates is also important because it's a system part. It should work for an Alto, it should work for an i20, it should work for everything. That way you have systems thinking. But you need to give specific examples. Okay, that's an important feedback. Everyone should note that down. Okay. So let's quickly look at your ad style video, dude. Okay. And then I'll tell you whether it looks like you made it or they made it.
Cars24, a whole new world of cars.
Choose Cars24's new comparison feature.
Hi, I'm Yuvaraj, a UX designer. You just saw a quick glimpse of the challenge I tackled in this case study. This project focuses on enhancing the Cars24 app by introducing a vehicle comparison feature and making key UX improvements to create a smoother, more intuitive experience for users. I'll walk you through how the new comparison feature works and how the UX refinements make the car selling and buying process faster, clearer, and more user-friendly. Let's get started. When I first looked at the Cars24 listing page, it had all the right information, but not in the right order, not with the right emphasis, and not optimized for decision making. My goal was to make the comparison process effortless, engaging, and fast. We started by adding clear comparison entry points directly on product cards, so users like Varen could shortlist cars instantly without opening each detail page. This small change reduced friction and sparked quick comparisons. Next, we introduced a side-by-side comparison layout that could show up to 2 cars at once. Specs, images, and key details were neatly aligned, giving instant clarity without tab switching. Through multiple iterations and user testing, we learned some key lessons, like moving the compare feature from deep inside the detail page to the card level and adding visual cues like icons and badges. One powerful addition was the pin common features toggle, which groups similar specs so users can focus only on differences. We also introduced a best badge to instantly highlight the stronger option. The result was a streamlined flow, from spotting a car, adding it to comparison, and understanding differences in just a few taps. And we didn't stop there. Our future vision is to integrate AI-powered recommendations that analyze the user's budget, preferences, and usage needs to instantly identify the best car in any comparison, explaining why it's the top choice. In the end, this project wasn't just about polishing UI. It was about understanding user psychology, reducing cognitive load, and creating a system that feels fast, clear, and trustworthy. Please pin your comment below, even if it's a single word. Full case study in the comment section. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, that's a nice video. But lip sync issues are there, dude. I love the fact that you have used AI left, right, and center. Yeah. I didn't even imagine that there will be someone was it 11 Labs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone will only dub their own voice and you're doing lip sync to 11 Labs voice. Wow. I'm like, from when did Yuvaraj start speaking like this? Okay, that's interesting. By the way, I can't stop, but I have to tell the feedback about this here itself because it's important for everyone. That is, see, guys, when you make
Cars24, a whole new world of
you are making your project video, correct?
Cars24, a whole
Starting with this particular part, right?
Cars24, a whole new world of cars.
Right? Showing Dhoni, showing Cars24 is a very bad hook.
Okay.
Because as I'm scrolling on, let us say, LinkedIn, if I see this, it feels like you have reposted some ad video made by Cars24. I'll scroll past.
Okay.
It has to start with your project showcase. What did you do? Right? Hook should be, this is how I introduce the new comparison feature in Cars24. That's how a hook should be.
Okay.
Or even more creative. It has to directly hit that you have done the project. I know you have used AI here, very good, nicely, it's coming out, but it's coming more like an ad to what Cars24 has actually done. So anyway, so that's something which I wanted to quickly ask you to fix. And then one more thing is your usage of we. Throughout the entire video, you said we. Who are these we? Is it a group project?
No, no.
Then I. You should say I. I did this. I did. Very important. A few companies have these rules that when you're in an interview, when you're answering questions, if you say we, you'll be rejected.
Okay.
You should say I. What did you do? What is your contribution? And you have to take credit for what you have done. Yeah? Okay. Cool. Okay. Yuvaraj, welcome to your UX interview. So my first question to you is, Yuvaraj, so your entire project is aimed towards making comparison feature easy, right?
Yeah.
Because, okay, first let me ask that also as a question. Why did you choose comparison as something to solve for? Justify this basis any data which you have or any strong rationale. Why did you choose this problem to solve?
I actually started this project as actually redesigning the homepage, like product detail page and thing. Upon going for the user interview, I came for more problems are there in that, like comparing while buying a car or something which is higher valuable things. People are usually going for compare those things, like taking specifications of those products for buying a phone. If they're going for a higher price, they will go for market and see what are the varieties of options that are available for the price budget what they have. After that, they will pick up the product and compare between them, one is better for the price. In most of the cases, users have pointed out that they usually have to take a note of everything from the Cars24 app, like mileage, what those things are giving. They have to take a note of that.
Anyway, you can justify all this by showing something. Do you have any notes or anything which can make you justify this? Because you're just telling it to me as an answer. Maybe not just from your case study, from your project, can you showcase or okay, fine, yeah, go ahead now.
Yeah. In the stage of interview, I came to know this gap in the product of Cars24. They usually take the screenshot of each cars, what are the specs and those things. And after completing those, then they go to the gallery and switch between those screenshots and seeing the specifications of each things.
This is a much better answer.
Okay.
That's why you should always answer referring to something. You are showcasing something, you're telling me an insight of a real user. This is a much better answer. Okay, fine. Nice decision to act on. Since comparison is a very prominent behavior when it comes to purchasing a car, you wanted to act on comparison feature and you actually spoken to users to get that. And you change the direction of your project itself, which is impressive. Okay. But I can see that in your project, what you're trying to do is making the comparison feature easier. And you also use this word in your project saying that you're reducing the cognitive load of users. Explain me. How is your design reducing the cognitive load? Okay, show me the before, show me the after, and justify with your rationale design choices in any manner, please explain me how is it reducing the cognitive load? And what do you mean by cognitive load also, you should explain me. Okay?
Yeah.
Understood the
Well,
question?
yeah, I can clearly understand.
Hmm.
While seeing comparison between the two cars, I have highlighted with which one is best with a best badge mark, which user can easily identify with the
Your
second
design?
option. Yeah.
Is this your design?
Yeah.
No. Firstly, showcase me before and afters.
Actually,
Huh.
Cars24 doesn't have the comparison feature, and even Spinny and current competitors don't have this feature. So I have done some market research on secondary products like, just a second. Market research on mobiles and some apps are there. So they are doing current comparison feature. So from that, I have taken some data.
Okay. Got it.
Here you can see that this one is taken from Realme's actual page. They have that comparison feature for the top end mobile models.
Okay.
They will have a clear CTA, but they don't prefer which one is best without the contact of, without reading. I have to spend a lot of time on reading everything from the processor, from processing charts. It pins both of things, but doesn't highlight which one is higher.
You have kept the Cars24.
Just a second.
Fine. If it is not there, it's fine. Okay. You can continue giving me the answer. How do you think you have reduced the cognitive load?
Yeah. If you can clearly see from the screen, I have compared four.
Okay, this is fine. This is a reference, I understand.
Yeah. Actually, I have introduced one small feature in this, which is in a pin common feature together. While doing the R&D part, I have came across many products which have an option to hide the common features. I actually think a little bit deeper in that. Why should I hide a common feature for the users? So how do they know if it's a hide? If both cars have same type of seat arrangements and those things, if I hide it, how can a user will know that? So I think it in a different way and give it as a pin a common feature together. So I highlighted in the top itself. If I click on pin common feature, it will list down all the common things which are both between those two cars. So user will clearly know the difference only around the both cars. While keeping down, I have separated the feature and specification part in separately. And even in that, I have mentioned which one is higher when compared to the second one. Like comparing the both things, which are Alto have a smaller display touch screen, while that Jeep have a higher one. So I have mentioned it's in a primary color of the brand. So the user will able to identify without no need to read those things. Okay, within the color itself, he will highlight. Okay, this is the one better. So likewise, I have designed this.
Okay, fine. Interesting. Love the fact that how you have visually laid out multiple elements in such a way that comprehension becomes very easy. So that way,
Okay.
definitely I can say that, I like the justification on how it reduces cognitive load. Can you try and give me in a journey perspective, like what are the user's thought process, what are their emotions in terms of trying to compare a car, and why some of these will make sense? Then your answer will be even more better. Can you try telling me in that way?
Okay, in the story form.
Yeah.
I will start from here itself.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let me take myself as an user. I'm actually have a two cars in my mind, which is an Alto and a Jeep, just for a mock-up situation.
That's what, yeah.
And so I came to Cars24 and click on comparison feature, and it shows that bottom sheet from here to add the two cars. So user can easily click on the plus icon. It shows that it's currently empty, so I have to add a car on that. So I click on it, and the search bar will be appear. If he types on that, if he wants a Hyundai i20, it will show up in the search bar if it's available in Cars24. Then after the user clicks on Hyundai i20, it will appear on this card. Even if he wants to change it, if he chooses for a different year version, like he wants a recent 2025, he can click on cancel button and choose the same car for another version of it. The same process follows for second time. After that, he will land on this page for a comparison feature. Here he will see the both cars will be in a side-by-side manner with a CTA for test drive here itself. So while he find out that which one is better, he can test drive it from here itself.
Okay, just isn't Cars24 selling used cars?
Yeah.
But doesn't it help to compare the condition of the cars as well, because if you're merely comparing cars as new cars, like these are all the features I would compare between new cars, because I'm not going to worry if the touchscreen is going to be good or not. It's obviously going to be great. But the condition matters, right? In used cars.
Yeah.
Where's that part coming?
Yeah, it's actually comes between feature and specification. They have kept the features of those things alone here.
Specification in sense, can you show me? This is a very important question to answer, because that is where a lot of product, this again, specs and features are there for new cars as well.
Okay.
How did you extend this idea for things compared for used cars?
Yeah, I have to include those buyers list and those things.
This is where my feedback also is coming.
First seller or second seller, those things has to.
Yeah, see, okay, I'll tell the feedback later, okay? But note down that thing, okay? I'll together tell that thing, okay? So next question to you, okay? What do you say? Yeah. Whom did you present your design to? And what all the kinds of feedback you got, and what did you change?
Actually, I have conducted the usability testing with one of my colleagues. As per our plan, like first I have given the app it's to him. He simply browsed through all the sections of that app. Then I have preferred him to perform a task on that to compare two cars like Jeep 24 and Jeep and Hyundai. He performed the task. He given some specification, some feedback like this pin by common feature is like good, looks good, like those things. After that, but he said that it is not visibly highlighting here. That was the feedback only I got from him. And some of our colleagues also has given the same only. But I have, if you have seen clearly, I have changed this specific, this comparison feature design lately only. After Shaitanya, I can't able to spell his name. He have given this comment in our LinkedIn post on one of my posts that current comparison feature looks like a little boring and it's hard for him to research. Actually, I have kept it in like a way of like text format, like pointing things. And currently, what is the price of that? Those things are I have kept in the bottom of the sheets. So upon his feedback, I also feel the same. Like my first design doesn't feel that much good for a user to identify what is best in both cars. They have to spend a lot of time in reading those things. Likewise, so I have done A/B testing with the ChatGPT and it has given me a better result for the second one. So I finalized this.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Thank you, Yuvaraj, for that answer. Okay. I love the way you are prepared to answer stuff. And I'm happy about that. Okay. I think you have to speak a little more confidently, articulate things in a little bit much better manner, just like your 11 Labs voice did.
Okay.
Be able to talk in that particular manner. Yeah, so here comes my roast part and the reason why I will hire you part, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. You can stop sharing your screen and you can listen to my. As I said, I'll talk about this thing over here. See, firstly, I'm going to talk about why I asked the question on this is used cars or not. Because if your project doesn't include features related to used cars, it can potentially mean that you have not understood the business of Cars24.
Okay.
Which is a fundamental thing to do as a designer, right? So, because if that at that level, if you are like that one impression can kill your selection.
Okay.
This guy didn't even understand what Cars24 is doing. You don't want to land into that impression.
Okay.
Because they are selling used cars.
Actually, Cars24 currently doing both of them. They are currently selling new cars and well as used cars.
But what are you selling here in this feature? New cars or used cars?
They can compare in both sections. They have actually two separate sections for used cars.
But what is your scope of the project? Is it new cars or used cars?
Used cars only.
If it is used cars, because that's why it has 2015 Maruti Alto.
Yeah.
It has all these things. It is used cars, right?
Yeah.
It is used cars. Right? You have to make sure you have not done the fundamental research of understanding what used car customers care for. Again, roast, please take it with a pinch of salt. This is only to help you. Why? Because if you look at what used car customers will look for, you have to compare those features. 3 years old versus this is 7 years old.
Yeah.
Specs and specifications comparison is fine. That is important. I'm not saying no, but you're missing a completely important point when it comes to second-hand cars. That is, I might decide to buy Alto, but which Alto to buy? There are 7 Alto listings.
Mm.
So you could have easily scaled up your feature to comparing different models of Alto in a second-hand car. Understood?
Yeah.
If I'm a new car purchase person, I'm not worried because I am going to get the latest version of Alto. I'm going to get the latest version of whatever. And I'm not worried. There I am worried. 2015 version of Alto versus 2012 version of the kilometers, higher kilometers, maintained well, not maintained well. That comparison becomes very important, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because you're giving the impression to a recruiter saying that, see, I found the features, I took the features and copy pasted here. That's a dangerous impression.
Okay.
That's a dangerous impression to give because fundamentally, and why it is dangerous, because you have kept a lot of effort. I can see that you have thought about all the use cases, you have kept everything and all, but foundationally not understanding and empathizing a business and not empathizing its users. The moment you get spotted here, you are already rejected. That's the biggest roast I can give you, right? Apart from you have to articulate better and all that stuff is there, okay? But this is the biggest feedback. Like I will reject you outright for these things. If you fix that, which means in your project you will have to rework a little bit. And I'll tell you that also, you have to rework on comparing used cars. You have to compare, you have to write down insights on what matters for used cars, customers and stuff like that. Then that impression will not be there because you've already put a lot of effort. This is a small thing only. You can already upgrade your project for that. That's one thing. Second, the second layer of why, okay, fine, you did this, let us say, for some reason you misunderstood what Cars24 is doing, or for some reason you carried away and you made a comparison feature, correct? Where you failed again is usability testing. You tested it with some of your friends or one of your friends or whatever, right? If you actually tested it with targeted users, or if you participated in peer reviews, you could have gotten this feedback much earlier. It looks like this is for new cars. What about second-hand cars? So you're showcasing that you have done testing and you are saying that this point did not come up. That makes us question testing itself.
Okay.
So does this person have the ability to test and get feedback? Or is this person going to simply get a yes for whatever this person has worked on? Again, dangerous zone. So these are the main parts of the roast feedback which I have written. Again, not to discourage you or anything, Yuvaraj, but these are serious.
Okay.
You fix this, you have a great, I'll tell the positives as well. You fix this, then you can be hired. Don't fix this, you will get rejected because there is no senior recruiter out there who will not have these two things in their list.
Okay.
Base empathy towards the business and customers is something which nobody can compromise on. And ability to take testing, ability to test and ability to take feedback is one more thing which we can't compromise on for a UX design. Clear? You understood the feedback?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I wanted to go and change that and change this mentality as well. So that's the roast part. Why would I hire you for? I will hire you for your AI skills. Okay. You're good with tools. You're good with Figma. You're good with tools. You're good in identifying the latest AI tools out there to do the stuff. So these are a pro. Okay. Because you're an enthusiastic person. You are an enthusiast. Okay. Though it doesn't come out in the way you are speaking, it is seen that you are someone who will go to tools and look at tools and explore them, try and find a use case and quickly. So that tech savviness is actually being shown in your work. Okay. So that's a good part. You're someone who is committed. You've always been submitting on time and doing stuff. You also continuously keep on posting on LinkedIn as well. So that way you're a hard worker. Okay. So those are the pros. You can be hired for your hard work. You can be hired for someone who will listen, who will actually be enthusiastic, find the tools and do stuff, will be hired for your craft. But if I'll have to promote you to an actual product designer, an actual UX designer, I'll not be able to.
Yeah, currently working as a
Where are you working?
Think24 in Chennai.
Sorry, what?
Think24 in Chennai.
Is it a design studio?
No, it's a product-based company currently. They are building a HRMS product.
Yes. So see what's happening is, Yuvaraj, maybe your background is coming from more of a systems and UI designer.
Yeah.
Is it? Yes. So this feedback will really help you go and progress and become a UX designer on a slightly higher responsibility. You understood the difference, right?
Yeah.
To handle tools, being enthusiastic, great, but that will keep you at the level of a UI designer.
Okay.
Not wrong. But then as a unicorn UX designer who can also do UI, as a product designer who can also do UI, you cannot compromise on the layer of understanding the business and understanding the customer and then delivering all this.
Okay.
You improve that, then you will have a great growth in your career, or else you will stay stuck.
Okay.
Got it? No, I can clearly see it. If you get the feedback, take this feedback home. I made it serious wantedly, because if this hits you nicely, you'll work towards it and you will have career. I've seen enough examples where this small shift happens and they will have career growth. So I want that to happen for you. But internalize feedback nicely, work towards that, and then you'll have a great career growth. And please practice speaking up. Do not, I don't know why you're not speaking up. Is it language? Are you not fluent in English?
Actually, I'm having a mic problem. I have to connect in both devices to talk.
Ore, Indra, for mic problem, you are loose. Fix that, dude. If at all possible, buy another computer or whatever. I don't know what you will do. Never give this impression that you can't talk. Never. That is like immediately people will, because it's very difficult. No, in an organization, if I can't communicate properly, why will I work with you? It's very difficult to work.
Yeah.
So don't give that impression. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Yuvraj. I hope this helped you. Did this help you?
Yes, sure.
Awesome. Yes. I loved this as well. I hope those who have listened, I think everyone else also, it definitely helped. So if you are relating with these, please, if you're also someone who's kind of stuck in your career a little bit, doing most of the stuff like a UI designer, this feedback is for you as well, right? Yeah. Okay. So Yuvraj, here are your scores. Okay. Yes. Visuals, your portfolio can be made slightly better, responsive, discoverable, clarity about who you are. That is where I think you should really write down where you are and all that, where you're working right now, UX designer, UI designer, all that needs to be clearly mentioned. Discoverability, bang on, pretty good. Okay. Yeah, your case study visuals, you need to make it more visually much better, the way you organize the whole thing, right? Definitely feels original. Justification needs to be added. Okay, storytelling connections is good. Scannability is also pretty good. Okay, so that's regarding your case study. Overall impression of your skills, basis what we have seen. Okay, visual skills, I can see some visual skills. Research skills, I could not visibly see it. That was not coming out. You have done research, but it's not visible in your portfolio or your case study, right? Architecturally, you have thought. Tool skills, bang on, very good. Product and business thinking, I've scored you very less, mainly because of the feedback which I have given you. You improve on understanding the product and the relatability to the product. I think you'll score well there itself as well. Okay, so that's your card. Okay, thank you, Yuvraj. Okay.